Hi, it's Diogenes Lamp again, and today we're talking about the Porsche 911 SC pop-off valve installation. I don't have to tell you what a pop-off valve is. You know what it is. Here's one. Now, this is the Euro parts one. So here's the story. I went through a bunch of things, read a bunch of stuff online. They tell you not to sand the hole after you drill it, but to sand this around the outside. And guess what? Let me tell you something. That's difficult. I took a hose clamp with some sandpaper and went around, but only thing I was able to do is take it down to make like a very rough finish on it, which will be good for to hold the glue. But it wasn't successful to make it the diameter much smaller. I was going until my hands almost fell off. So I don't recommend that, but you might want to just scuff it with some 80 sandpaper so that the glue grips good, because that is a very slick surface initially, which is probably not the best for glue retention. All right, so let's talk about other issues. When you install, drill the hole, obviously in the air box, you're going to I did a practice run on this bottle because you got to do stuff like that. I'm not going to go drill in my car and ruin a $1,000 air box because I'm in a hurry. So basically what I did is I drilled the hole, and there's one other issue that's important. There's supposedly a piece of metal or a metal thing that's like 3/8 of an inch underneath where you're drilling this hole. So you cannot have a long center screw. Now initially I went to Home Depot and I got one that was from like a Milwaukee, but the teeth were much too heavy. But that wasn't the main problem. I thought I had the correct arbor. I didn't, but anyway, I got home, I didn't have the correct arbor, so I went to the hardware store, and this Lennox is a lot better because the teeth are a lot more fine, which is, they said to use that, and you could actually break the darn thing. But the third thing is this can't go in 3/8 of an inch, because if it does, it'll drill through that other metal piece that's under here as you go through. So what I did is there's like a little Allen key here. You take that Allen key out, right there, that little unscrew, and then the center drill bit comes out, and I took the bottom of it, not this side, the other side, over to the grinder, and I ground it down to a point that it used to come out maybe to, let's say here, or about there. Now it comes out to just making it, so it doesn't protrude too much. So if I do go through, it's not going to hit that. And then you can always buy another one of these if you need it, but it's probably good enough. As long as you keep it centered, it'll hit the center and it'll go through. Anyway, from there I drilled it out. It jumped around a little bit, so you got to kind of go slow with it. That they said to go slow. I was spinning the drill a little too fast, so I go slow with it, and then you drill out your hole. Now, when you go to slide it in, it initially didn't fit, and of course I shouldn't have pressed it, but I cracked it on the edge, which is definitely something you don't want to do. You don't want to use sandpaper on this, or any type of abrasive wheel, because if the grit gets in here, you can't get it out, and that gets sucked into your engine. So you have to get something that'll sand the plastic down and won't leave metal, particles of any type. And basically what I did is I got this half round, smaller file, and then just went on the inside here with the rounded side, and basically just cleaned it up and just kept going round and round. And actually it did a pretty good job. And now after you did it for a little while, you just test fit it, and it just slides in just like that, see? And you got it. So that's the test on this deal. And then of course you'll put the glue on, and you'll get some cleaner and clean around here really good to degrease that, with some carburetor cleaner or thinner or something. Get in here with the vacuum cleaner to get all the crap out that's in there. And basically that's it. So this Lennox, they kind of banged me out. I think I paid like almost $30 for this, but I suppose I could either give it to a carpenter friend or just leave it in my toolbox till I die, and then somebody else will sell the darn thing, on me. And that's it. But also the Euro parts gives you like a schematic here, that you put, how you drill, where you drill the hole, and all that stuff. So probably what I'll do is I'll just measure it. I'll lay it in there, measure it, and just drop the center hole wherever it's got to go, and then just lay the drill in there and just buzz it out. They say you have to use an angle drill. I don't know how much room I'm going to have over the top. But one beauty of this, also this Lennox has got a really short shank to it. So it's not really long. I'm not going to throw measuring tape on it, but take my advice. The Milwaukee one is definitely longer than this. And this is actually a very well built unit that, you know, this kind of pulls out, pulls up, and then, like, you know, unwinds. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, that's it. That's my advice on the pop-off valve installation. The glue I'm using is a plastic cement that's from JB Weld. It's a plastic made for PVC, which I believe that I was told that this is PVC. So that's what I'm going to use for it. It's a 2-part epoxy. Well, it's you know, a 2-part, whatever they said it was. It's made for automotive and also this kind of job. Anyway, well, I hope this is helpful, because I looked online and the guy, you know, there's a few guys doing this, and there's one guy was mounting his too far back like this, and another guy was dead center. It looks like it's a little bit to the back, just a little bit. So I got to eyeball that, because oh, and one other thing. I went in and I used, I'll show you what I used. I used this device. Whoops. Let me find the correct one. I used this first, okay? Basically what I did, this is a